Hello everybody, I'm Face and welcome back to another Loomian Legacy video. Today I'm going to be showing you a battle that I recorded like a month ago that I never uploaded because I didn't feel like it. But the point of this battle is to show you why UPs can really matter in PvP. Spoiler alert, I lost this battle, but that's okay because I was totally going to win if I actually had good UPs, but you know, whatever. That's not the point. The point here is to show you, exactly how UPs can really change the outcome of a match. So I was battling Ominous here. He felt like battling. It was like 2, 3 in the morning when we did this, or however long ago it was, but I was just like, why not? And so here we are. So here he leads Valkyrie and I'm like, cool, doesn't matter because I have my bonk. And bonk does what bonk does and he just goes bonk, so I'm gonna bonk him. And pay attention to my health. The health actually matters here. This is see the health here is definitely nowhere close to perfect. And here I just, and here, right here, the Obsidragon, I jungle jutsu it. And by the way, like I said, this battle was a month ago, so this is before the rally range updated, so this is old meta stuff. So anyway, you see the chip I take, the 17 damage I take from the sharp edges. And yeah, just pay attention to that, that'll matter later. Anyway, I go into my Luxor because, like, why not? What does Obsidragon do to Luxor? Remember, he only has Primal Slash and Raging Tackle, and hardly anybody ran Raging Tackle. So Luxor was pretty free. He goes for the Scapegoat, and I'm just like, okay. So the Luminous Roar will just pop that, no problem. So Luxor here, my Rar, is also one of the prime examples in this battle. It's both Tatop and Luxor. We'll see. We'll see later why these two failed to do what they needed to do because of UPs. Anyway, here I can't remember if he stayed in a turn. I think he did stay in a turn. Just one turn, just to see how much he'd take. But anyway, I go for the. No? Okay, no, he didn't. So he goes into Valkyrie here on my Disperse. This play was to conserve energy on my part. I didn't know if he would stay in. And, if he stayed in, I would have been set up, ready to go. If he swapped out, I would have used minimal energy, so. Here I go into my Florient because nothing Valkyrie does to Florient will mean anything. And here he goes for the Radiant Forecast. Not personally a fan of this move. It's not very good. It's really hard to force someone into a position where that Radiant Forecast can actually play a bigger role. So I just go for the Pestilence because I believe he had a Tatop on his squad. I don't. He might have had a plant type that I didn't want to risk the sap plant on, so here I just get his Terrafly. And here I just go for the sap plant because nothing he does will one-shot me, and I'm not about to take an ambush boosted Parasitizer Muck Blast. I believe this is Muck Blast. Yep. So not even half, I get my sap plant up. And yay, I'm chipping away at the Terrafly. Believe we both dodge here? No, he goes for Parasitize here, and I'm dodging because I have no better play here, so I'm just gonna stall out some more. That's all. So we go for the dodge, and here's the Parasitize. Waste energy, chip him down some more. That's not really the point of this video. Sure, the battle, I can explain my thought process here. So here I totally expect him to either Parasitize or Poison Barbs. Either way, Avitross is 100% safe. There's no way he's going for Muck Blast because he knows it's not going to do enough to the Florient. And here's the parasitize. If he didn't parasitize and he rather poison barb, the sap plant would have brought him down to a point where Gus would have just killed him off and I would have gotten the poison barbs off, so that's fun. I believe I double out into Florent here, expecting Valkyrie to come back in. And yeah, here we go. It's coming, no, either that or the Obsidian, but all I know is the Terrafly wasn't staying in, so I could double out safely. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I believe the Obsidian does come back in here just to burn the sleep turns. No, okay. That eventually happens, but give me a break here. It's been about a month since this battle happened. Anyway, I just go for the Pestilence again, not going to risk the plant type coming in. And yeah. Yeah. So, I believe this is where Obsidian comes in. Yep, okay. This is where he decides to burn the turn. I'm looking down because I just scratched my pinky. I could edit this out, but I'm lazy. Anyway, here I go for the sap plant because he's asleep, nothing he can do. He went to sleep and then swapped out immediately, so he has full rest turns left. So yeah. I can just sap plant, get my health back. This is the freest of rests because he still has one more turn of sleep. And yeah. Yeah, he stayed in here. I believe I swapped out this turn into Luxor, predicting another Beast Slumber because, you know, he doesn't want Florent, of all things, to be the one to kill him. So, yeah. So basically, I had the whole flow of this battle was completely and entirely in my favor until later in the battle when the U piece actually came into play. So I believe here he actually stayed in to take a hit just to test the waters here. Yeah, I believe that's what happened. He stayed in, burned a turn, and I chipped him down, because why not? Oh yeah, that's basically it's basically a lot of swapping between pressuring Obsidian and walling Valkyrie. That's the general theme of this battle, and that continues for quite a bit. And then I make a unnecessary play, and that ends up putting me in the position where the UP's mattered, but yeah. I could have kept playing it safe, but you know, I didn't feel like it. Anyway, so here I hit him, obviously doing more than he can recover, add in the sap plant, and next turn he dies in a hit, so I know he's going to switch here. There's no way he doesn't, so I decide here, instead of, you know, potentially smacking the Valkyrie that's bound to come in, I just rest to get my energy back for later. Thinking back on it, I knew he wasn't going to stay in, and I could have, you know, just swapped out into Florian again, but put that pressure back on him. But, you know, I didn't. And I just felt like giving myself energy, so whatever. Alright, in comes the Valkyrie on my rest, and here I believe I go just straight out into Florent because he can't do anything to it, and I believe he sets up another Radiant Forecast. That's what— oh no. Huh? Is this when I made the Tata play? This is when I made the Tata play. Okay, so this is the part where I'm like, I made an unnecessary— but this is where the unnecessary plays start, you know? I could have just gone directly into Florent, but I was like, okay, here he's gonna Radiant Forecast. He's not gonna hit Top at all this turn, I could just put on the hurt. And you know, it's just like, why would you do that? What's the point in that? I don't remember, that was a month ago. Whatever. So right here, I go for the Jungle Jutsu just to get, you know, the big boy damage. Not really paying mind to what he could possibly do here, because I didn't really care. You know, thought I'm just gonna bonk something. And here, yeah, this is where he sacks his Obsidian. It's just gonna go down and chip me some more with the sharp edges, and this is where it finally matters. I'm going to show on your screen how much HP I would have if I had max HP, because that'll matter in a bit. We're getting to the part where that matters, yes. Here, I believe he goes out into Umbrat, and he knows I can't take him out in one hit, and Radiant Forecast is coming next turn, so I'm just like, okay, I need to pick a sack because, you know, something dies. I could still handle the Valkyrie because Tauntaun exists, so I was thinking Florent was the play. Because why not? Yeah, Florent I felt like was the play. I had Avitross, even if he had the Tata, you know, although Florent doesn't have a good matchup, I just need the chip I could get with Pestilence here. So I just go into Florent because I know I can actually take Raging Tackle and the Radiant Forecast. I wouldn't be able to take what comes after, but you know, I take a while to consider my option here. I could have gone to Terrafly and taken that combination of hits, but I didn't want to. I didn't want my Terrafly super chipped. But yeah, here's the Florent. I believe we were in a callback when this happened, and he thought Umbrat just one-shot a Florent. I'm just like, nope, no it doesn't. And then yeah, I lived that combination of hits, and here I'm just like, okay, now I can go back into, or go into Terrafly, because he's just gonna probably just try and quick pounce me to death, considering the damage rating Tackle did. And I'm just like, okay, I could still do something against Valkyrie, so I saved the Florent. And I make the Terrafly play. Yep. There's the Sharpen. He predicted me to dodge to waste energy, so he sharpened up, but I went into here. And now I can I threaten him with the super effective bug move. I was considering if I wanted to Parasitize or Muck Blast here, because I didn't know if he wanted to go into Valkyrie. If he did go into Valkyrie, I would want to Muck Blast, but I'm just like, eh. I'll just Parasitize because it'll hurt the Umbrat, and I didn't really care. So in comes the Valkyrie, I'm just like, oh well. I mean, the Muck Blast wouldn't have done too much more than the Parasitides anyway, but you know, more damage is more damage. So here, I don't remember actually what I did. Did I go into Tauntaun? I think I just went right back into Tauntaun. And this is where everything starts to fall apart, because I actually do forget about this Radiant Forecast. I completely forgot about it. And no, like, I knew he was going to set up Radiant Forecast here, but you know, later I forget that it exists, and oops. And then that leads to the situation where the UPs matter. Yep, there's that. I go for my hit. I believe I go for Jungle Jutsu here. And he doesn't want his Valkyrie going down, so don't remember what happens here. What I should have done is go into Terrafly right now instead of trying to get a hit via Tauntaun, but oops, because then I would have had, I could have gone into Florent and sack it immediately. Although I didn't, no wait, either way I made the misplay anyway. I just didn't go into Florent to sack it at all. But here, I probably would have if I remembered Radiant Forecast was up. I completely forgot Radiant Forecast was a thing. So I go into Terrafly to take this hit because he's definitely going to Quick Pounce, and I didn't want to take the chip because I knew a good UP Tata could actually live a hit from something like Zulong, which we all know he has in the back. If you have Zulong, you use Zulong, so that's a thing. So I go into the Terrafly here to take the Quick Pounce, completely forgetting that Radiant Forecast existed. So I take way too much damage here, so I eat the Quick Pounce, no problem. I take 22 damage from the quick bounce, so the next one will kill me, and I'm just like, whoops, I should have gone into Valkyrie. But I didn't. So now we're here with the Terrafly that's not going to be doing anything. And yeah, here's the Parasitize. But he's gonna quick pounce and, you know, kill Terrafly, so nothing I could do there. I believe the next thing I do is go into Avitross to, you know, because I can live a quick pounce and then kill it off. And then, you know, that's where everything goes downhill because I have to deal with a Zulong. Yeah, so there's a quick pounce. It didn't really matter. I mean, I could calc it, but I don't care. Because, you know, crit, whatever, plus the battle happened a month ago, but yep, the Avitross comes in now. Also, I apologize for my eyes not being, you know, on the camera. The battle is right here, and I'm watching the battle because, you know, it's been a month since I've last experienced it. Anyway, I go to pick him off here. You know, I have to eat a quick pounce. You know, I'm just looking at my remaining members, considering my options. And, you know, right now there's only one option, and that is to nosedive this thing to get rid of it. But the thing is, yeah, he doesn't do anything I just said. He goes straight into Zulong, so that's the thing. Hooray! Now, here is where, you know, it's basically endgame at this point, but, you know, I pretty much won at this point, because I was going to save this for the possible Tatab in the back, because he had, what, Umbrat, Valkyrie, Obsidian, Zulong. Did he have another one? I don't remember if he had another one. I completely forget if he had another one, to be honest. No, Terrafly, Zulong, Obsidian, Valkyrie, Umbrat. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. He didn't have any of that. So, you know, if preserving Avitross was fine. So here I just go into Flare to sack it, you know, waste some energy. And here's the Thunder Strike. And boom, we live in. Cool. So I get to waste more energy, so I go for dodge, but he also dodges, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah. There's the dodge. Now, honestly, I probably would have been fine if I didn't do the stupid, you know, this next turn, the stupid part. I went directly into Tatam and then calced the damage I would be taking. And yeah, that's not what you should do. Okay, so, oh, I got the double dodge. Cool. Yay, I wasted more energy. Hooray. There's that, I believe, yeah, I just go right to Tata, right? Yeah. Yeah, go into it and then calc the damage I take, because I know, like, I knew back then in a general sense, Zulong doesn't do this much to Tata, but then I'm looking at my HP and I'm just like, wait a minute, that's probably not good. So I believe I go back in here and check my stats. I believe I do end up checking my stats here just to see potential damage I take here. So, oh no, wait, no, I predict him to rest, and I don't actually try and kill him. So, another problem of my own making. So I try and get some energy back, and I don't know why. I could have just jungle jutsu'd him and killed him. But, you know, I didn't do that, so, oops. Yeah, he let his guard down. And there's his energy back. So now I'm thinking about the damage I'm going to take. I don't even understand why I would rest or wait there. I don't know. Maybe I was preserving energy for something in the back. I don't know. His Avitross deals with the rest of his team after this because he's got what? No, I forgot Valkyrie exists. That's why I didn't do it. because I can't kill Valkyrie otherwise. So here, yep, here we go. I'm checking his stats. I'm just like, oh god, that's not much range defense at all. Basically, here are the stats of a level 50 Tata with good IVs. Not my IVs, as you can see. And here I'm plugging into the calc to see how much I take. By the way, here's the calc. There's somewhere on the screen. I don't feel like working with the face cam right now. But, as you can see, it's not looking good for your boy Tata. So here I make another mistake. And I know he's going to Elemental Burst, but I didn't check Luxor's stats either. I didn't check to see my Luxor had absolutely no range defense, you know, hardly any range defense either. And thus I take way too much from this attack. And, you know, I think I look at it here. Do I look at it? I think I look at it here. Yeah, I peep it real quick. I'm just like, wait a minute, that's also bad. So now, here's the calc of a good IV Luxor. It's somewhere on the screen, you know where it is by now. And here's the calc of the Luxor I currently have. That's no good. And that, friends, is why UPs matter. If I would have had good range defense here, the Elemental Burst would not have put me into range, or would have done less, and Thunderstrike wouldn't have killed either. So at this point I just lose because I have nothing to take a hit from this thing. Sure, I had small chances to live both these hits from either Loomian, but you know, whatever. That's just life. I was in an excellent position if I killed this because it would just be Valkyrie and Terrorfly left. Right? Valkyrie, Terrorfly, and Umbrat actually. And Tata would just come in with his current HP. Umbrat can't kill it with a quick pounce, and I would have just Jungle Jutsu'd 3 times. Wait, Jungle Jutsu's 50, right? I think Jungle Jutsu's 50. Unless it's 55. Well, I would have Jungle Jutsu'd enough. Because... okay, yeah, 55. Yeah, I would have just... oh yeah, Terrorfly was low anyway, so I would have just Jungle Jutsu'd twice, and whatever I would hit Terrorfly with Mud Spatter. Because low HP. So at this point, you know, if the Luxor lived and killed off the Zulong, I just won right then and there. But, you know, the low UPs costed the match, as you can see. I would have lived both those hits with both the Loomians if I had, you know, sharded my range defense and HP. Anyway, speaking of the HP, you saw the thing Tata was at, right? If I had higher HP, like if I, instead of like the 14 I believe I had, if I was at 40, I would have had like 122 HP instead of 105 or whatever it was after the 2 ticks of the sharp edges, and that would have put me over what I needed to be at to live the Zulong hit guarantee. So yeah, and then here we're just goofing off. I'm just like, oh god, if I dodge this, that would, or if I killed the Zulong, that would be great. Anyway, I don't. It doesn't matter because Valkyrie exists, so I wouldn't be able to kill it anyway. So that's the end of this battle. Yeah, people. Just make sure to look at your UPs and see where they could matter. UPs do actually matter. It's not just it's not just speed that matters, it's everything matters. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all who question the value of UPs are now more aware that yes, they will cost you if you do not care about them. And yeah, I'll see you in another video. Yeah.